like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino can.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me. So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny Blanco,
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chibabe man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
After the first few qualifiers last year, we saw the meta change before the tournament even started. Do you have any tips for this year? Any insight?
Definitely some insight. First things first, the Andre Iguodala Spotlight packs are actually out today. So that's a great opportunity for people to upgrade their lineups. You got the pink diamond Andre Iguodala if you evolve him all the way up through. In addition, there are some great new cards coming out in this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to center court for the ringing of your Liberty Bell. And now, your Philadelphia 76ers starting lineup. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 0, Josh Richardson. At the small forward position, standing 6'8", number 12, Tobias Harris. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 42, Al Horford. The other guard, 6 feet 10 inches, number 25, Ben Simmons. Starting at center, at 7'0" number 21, Joel Embiid. The head coach of your home team is Brett Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, your Philadelphia 76ers.
It's Saturday night and live on 2K Sports. We've got the excitement of the NBA for you tonight. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, the process in Philly has finally started yielding big results. The Sixers have star players and tremendous fans who stood by them through the lean years, and they're ecstatic at what they're seeing on the court. There are a handful of elite teams in the East, Kevin, but the Sixers are confident they belong with the best of them.
They certainly can. Well done, D.A. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Horford.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. The duo inside, Love and Thompson. And it's Garland in at the 1. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
And so here we go, the 76ers to start it. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Such a solid and unique big man in today's game. Horford's passing skills and ability to find the open teammate is very special.
Now, here's Sexton. Here's the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
Here's Osman, guarded by Harris. Pass to Thompson. Love, right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You got to know that about Kevin Love. He's going to take what the defense gives him, that time inside.
Simmons. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Now here's Love. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Here's Thompson. Rebound by the 76ers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
And Simmons slams it in.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Harris on the double team. On the wing, Thompson. Love outside. Pass to Garland. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Right there in 5th position. Middle of the pack in the conference. And, of course, the Cavaliers. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Cavaliers, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Lots of season left to go, so maybe a little too early to say that. The results have been anything but positive early on, but we've seen plenty of teams dig themselves out of big holes after early season woes.
Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Just a high IQ play there from Horford, showing off the all-around game. An underrated passer as well.
And the pass to Sexton. Left side, Love. And here comes Harris leading the fast break, and Simmons slams it in.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Passes to Garland. Here's Sexton. Here's Osman. And the three off target. The 76ers lead. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Garland, no good. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. And Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Well, last year, interesting under-the-radar season as Tristan Thompson statistically had a very, very good year. A career-best rate in rebounding, scoring, and assists. That's a big guy down on the inside, and Tristan Thompson provides you some great foundation on a nightly basis to bring physicality to the game.
Thompson no good on the free throw. And as well as he played last season, the former Iron Man, Tristan Thompson, struggled with injury.
Yeah, fewest games played of his career in any given season. And for a guy who went 4 straight seasons playing every game, deep into the playoffs, games that physically and mentally take a toll on you, last season was a tough one for Tristan that way.
They grab their own miss. They shoot again, and the layup good by Love.
Maybe some underrated parts of Kevin Love is the strength that he has in that lower body. Excels at absorbing that contact and then up and powers through. Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Now, here's Garland. Guarded by Simmons. Charity stripe shot. Garland with the bucket. Garland's got 5 now.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Now, here's Garland after Ben Simmons' miss. Garland kicks to Sexton. And the dunk by Love.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him. That's
tipped, stolen by Garland, and they're moving it up. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Osman's got his second bucket.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent. And sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry, how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard for the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play these guys heads up. The 76ers in second.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
He misses the free throw.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
He hits the second from the line.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
And it's Love missing. 76ers trailing. The drive by Simmons. He drains the quick shot. Simmons got 13.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
Tipped away. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
In a moment here to check out the stats for Harris. He's averaging about 19 points per, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up. He's really delivered.
Yeah, how about this first quarter? 7 of 9 from the field. He is putting on a show.
Osman, the pass to Sexton. There's the feed to Love. Tries from 7. Rebound by Joel Embiid. So it's Philadelphia now. Here's Harris. Makes it off the glass.
Tobias can take you off the bounce. He has that strong face-up game and creates offense that time.
Here's Sexton. He's coming off a 19-point game against Orlando. Shot to stop the run. Sinks the triple. Sexton's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Simmons. Horford trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Simmons.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Garland, the pass to Thompson. Kicks it to Sexton. Love with a wide open look. No good on the 3. The 76ers leading by 3. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his second personal.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Simmons. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
And Simmons drops them both. And here is Dellavedova. Pass to Clarkson. And a wide open look for Porter. Off target with his 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Here's Korkmaz. Lays it up and banks it in.
So far, both teams scorching the nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Checking in for the 76ers, Matisse Thybulle. '76ers foul call. Thybulle. That's his first personal foul.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. It's a 5-point game.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And he banks in the layup. Embiid's got 6 points.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Now Dellavedova. Floats one up. And Nance kicks to Dellavedova. Nails the 16-footer. Dellavedova's got his second basket of the game.
This is a huge part of Dellavedova's game, draining spot-up jump shots.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And the Cavaliers with possession here, trailing by 4. Porter in the corner. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Here's Thibault, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Porter, no luck. The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Ennis. They get the rebound. Embiid. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last time they met in Cleveland.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control.
And Philadelphia has possession, following the score by Cleveland.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
To the middle, here's Clarkson, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Over Dellavedova. Another shot. The shot, no good. Good D by Love. The Cavaliers trail by 6. It's Porter outside. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Scott. That one a little long.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Dellavedova scanning the floor. There's Porter with the 3. It's not going to go for him. And Philadelphia the other way now.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Poked away. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Oh, Nance in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
He gets that one.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Philadelphia ahead, up by 10. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And playing at the center as opposed to his customary power forward position. Not Kevin Love's preference, but he accepts the role and the challenge.
The adjustment for me has just, having to play dynamic fives, stretch fives, guarding that position, being in a lot more pick and rolls, being heavily involved on the offensive side in pick and rolls.
The league in general, GA, going smaller. Love finding himself more and more, moving up to the 5.
Yeah, he can certainly rebound at that position, and his perimeter shooting at the 5 makes him a tough cover.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
We've got Joel Embiid. Scott is out there with Ennis. And it's Korkmaz at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Out to the right wing. Ennis dishes to Embiid over Love. Offensive rebound. Korkmaz, no good.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Here's Nance. In the corner, it's Clarkson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
76ers ball.
There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside, because when they get to the foul line, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. Kevin Love, 4th.
That is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Big men making free throws? Who knew? These players are as comfortable at the stripe as they are in any other aspect of the game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
For 3.
And a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard. John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Ennis, good.
Ennis, 2 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
There's Porter with the 3. Rebound by the 76ers.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Horford. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that one.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Yep, that one goes. And the 76ers lead by 13.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Dellavedova with the ball. 5 points in the game. Don't usually see him shooting the 3. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Assistant
And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 14-point game. Porter, no luck. The 76ers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. Scott, and finished off by Scott.
The leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Now here is Dellavedova. Thompson outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 8th assist here tonight. And the 76ers call time here. Each year, so many coaching changes. Brent, do you feel they generally get too much blame when things go wrong?
I don't know if blame is the word, Kevin. That's just the easy out for a lot of organizations that want to make some changes. The main thing that's frustrating, I think, for the coaching fraternity is patience. You have to be realistic about the potential of your team and how much time it takes to grow what it is that coach's culture is all about. That's where teams sometimes lose out and give up on somebody a little bit early.
But these guys go into it eyes wide open.
Oh, there's no question about it. And really good coaches in the NBA know that it might not last all that long. So they're going to be who they are. That's who you want to hire. Hire a coach who knows exactly who he is, both coming in the door and walking away.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris is checked in for Mike Scott. Richardson comes in for James Ennis. And it's Ben Simmons in for Korkmaz. Then for the Cavaliers, Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Porter. Sexton comes in for Clarkson. And it's Garland in for Matthew Dellavedova. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Simmons just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
76ers foul call.
We've seen this explosion of Canadian players in the NBA. And really, Tristan Thompson led that way. The 4th pick back in 2011. Thompson was, at that point, the highest drafted Canadian in NBA history.
That free throw good from Thompson. And Thompson may have led the way for Canadians. But as far as where the league is going, Greg, he's a throwback player.
I mean, a rebounder and rim runner. His game is built on toughness and hustle.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around. Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Right wing. Here's Osman. Buries it from three-point range. Osman's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. Lots of room. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
They get it again. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Harris has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Sexton deciding where to go with it. To the inside, Thompson, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through.
For Cleveland, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Sexton. 6 points for him. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Left side, Nance. Here's Thompson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there. Does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Horford, good. Horford. Cleveland's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. It's tipped. Here's Thibault. He's got 14. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
You look at the youth movement here going on in Cleveland. They had a lottery pick to work with 2 seasons in a row. And now a college coach coming in with a bunch of young players. You wonder if some of their veteran guys might not be around the entire season as they look to continue to try to collect some assets to rebuild this franchise.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. And Brent, the Cavaliers have been lucky with high lottery picks.
They got really lucky with that number 1 pick in LeBron James many moons ago, Kevin. But it's time for a rebuild here in Cleveland, and you wonder what the rookies that are coming in this season, along with John Beilein as a tremendous offensive coach in college at the University of Michigan, if this all doesn't help accelerate some of the learning curve for these young, talented players.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Ball's knocked loose. Puts it up. And that one's good. Osman. Osman's got 12 in the game. The 76ers leading by 12. Here's Simmons. No good. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. To the left side wing. Pass to Garland. Back to Osman from the arc. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid. Over Sexton. Embiid, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Over to the left wing. And that one's good. Osman. He's got 15.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Horford. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting the ball beautifully in the second quarter. They're at 55% from the field.
So fun to watch Larry Nance Jr. get up and be in flight.
And it's Simmons penetrating. Bucket is good. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 11. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night. Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Now the pass to Osman. Fires the 3. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Osman's got 21.
Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
And the 76ers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Love's checked in for the Cavaliers.
And let's take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Kevin Love. 9th in rebounding, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The Cavaliers trail by 9, and Garland has it in the corner. Thompson passes to Love, and the rejection by Embiid. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. .144 left in the first half of basketball. The numbers in their favor. Here's Simmons, and laid in to finish the break. And it's an 11-point Philadelphia lead.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Love kicks to Sexton. 1:16 left now here in the second. No good there with the step-back J.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect it.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
And here's Harris from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Harris has got 7 points.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Inside, here's Osman. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Horford finds Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got his 5th assist in this one. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Garland, the pass to Love. Now the dish to Garland. Shoots from the line. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Horford's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Harris with a head of steam put his head down and then put the ball down.
And here is Garland. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Cavaliers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
And what you like about Kevin Love right here is the attention to detail. He's always had a great knack, those early years in Minnesota, about being in the right place at the right time.
Here's Osman. And so it's Philadelphia taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Tristan, are you getting the energy you need to get defensive stops?
Well, one thing, we're definitely not doing that right now, so we got to get stops. You know, it's unacceptable the way we're playing right now. We're not helping each other, but second half, we got to make up for that.
That's why there are two halves. We'll see what happens. Thanks, Tristan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Philadelphia finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They are dominating the scoring, leading by 19. Kenny?
With everything Ben Simmons gives you, the scoring is great. But in the first half, he was aggressive with his offense, getting his shots to go down. A welcome sight for this team.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind in this game. I think if they can control those things, they'll be okay, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Running all my life, I'm married to this guy. That's who I made my wife.
And Love's got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 19-point game. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the center position. Here's Philadelphia. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
The Cavaliers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And he gets it back. And that one's good. Osman's got 26.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
And really, Simmons is nearly impossible to contain when he's sprinting to the hoop. An athletic behemoth who causes defenders fits.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Here's Sexton, and it's sent back by Horford.
Well, a level of engagement that Horford brings on the defensive end every night is impressive. Terrific block there.
Embiid drives in. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away. The team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the two best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Love, no luck. 76ers have gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Simmons. Second chance shot, and Horford finishes inside. Horford's got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers. Take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. His last 10 games, averaging 17 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Thompson dishes to Garland. Back to Thompson. The open look here for Sexton. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And the 76ers with possession. A big stretch here going 10-2. And Embiid throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. The Cavaliers have gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And Sexton has it in the corner. That 3 off the mark.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Baseline J on the way, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. James Ennis, he'll check in for Richardson. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Over in the corner, Osman. It's good from long range. Osman's got 29.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the dunk by Embiid.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Yeah, the rookie class last year was very impressive, especially the top 5 picks earning all rookie first team honors. Colin is one of those guys last year, 3rd among rookies in scoring, and really was good towards the tail end of the season.
And that one misses. And Sexton, the 3rd rookie ever to average 16 points per game with over 40% from long range, and Brent over 80% from the line.
Yeah, a lot of that, Kevin, came late in the season as he tried to get his footing early on. Scored 20 points or more in 8 straight games. He was the first rookie to do that since Tim Duncan did it back in 1998.
The 76ers have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. When it comes to hustle and effort, who would you put on the floor to get those 50-50 balls that are just so important and sometimes, with the win or loss in the balance?
I mean, I watch Kawhi Leonard, and even though he's a superstar player, there's still some efficiency in his action to go and get that ball.
He just never stops.
He never stops. And so, yeah, he might not get dirty, but he doesn't have to because he outsmarts everybody else to get to it. And we have scrappy guys like Marcus Smart and Patrick Beverly who we've talked about as being nuisances on the court. But, those guys are invaluable to any coaching staff. And when they have those kind of plays, it just gets everybody going and brings a level of energy back to the game.
It does energize it. You're exactly right.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Out left to the wing. Here's Osman. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
Assisted.
Sexton's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
Now Garland. He has 5. Passes it to Nance. To the paint. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And it's 7 points for Darius Garland. Here's Simmons, and then Simmons slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said. At the elbow, Sexton. The teardrop falls in. Sexton's got 10.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And Simmons slams it in.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Love outside. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 11.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
Embiid finds Horford over Nance. That's good from Horford on the assist by Embiid. Embiid's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Cavaliers have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second-half shooting percentage right at 50%. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's his second triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Now here's Ennis, defended by Sexton. Ennis misses. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Over in the corner, Osman. 6 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Embiid drives in. Banked in off the glass. Embiid's got 10 points in just the second half.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
The shot's good from Nance.
Timeout. Lots of guys around him that time, and Nance Jr. staying composed to score.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
I know that they testing us. I'm in my bag, no longer checking the tags. Remember the days I wanted this bad. Now look where I'm at, I cannot be mad. Jumped in the game and I did the dash. There's no looking back, they live in the past. I know that you sad, go get you a bag. All of this winning is making you mad.
Some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid, and it's Korkmaz in for Al Horford. Then for the Cavaliers, Porter's checked in for Osman. Clarkson comes in for Sexton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Garland. And Simmons slams it in.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Clarkson with the ball. 5 points in the game. Dishes to Porter. Simmons against Clarkson. Simmons with the defensive effort.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
The baseline J off the mark. Cleveland's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And that one's good by Porter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
The Cavaliers shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Ennis. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Ennis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Clarkson passes to Dellavedova. And here's Love for 3. They get it back. Tries yet again. The kick out to Porter. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Now here's Ennis. He's covered closely. And again, it's Philadelphia.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Here's Dellavedova. Some solid defense from Harris.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Basket counts. Porter's got 14.
Now, lead passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
The offensive rebound and the basket by Harris.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Love kicks to Porter. Pass to Dellavedova. Oh, Nance in position.
We talk a lot about confidence, and Larry Nance Jr., I believe, has a quiet confidence about the way he goes about his business.
Here's Ennis. .127 left to play in the third. The Cavaliers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Porter, no luck. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Simmons. That one, no good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Clarkson dishes to Love. And he uses the glass on the layup. Love's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops. With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Dellavedova finds Nance. Porter outside. Korkmaz grabs the miss. The 76ers shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Well, Cleveland shooting in the second half so far about 45%. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Count it.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
The 76ers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Kevin Love.
One shot.
3-point play.
We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Clarkson passes to Dellavedova. Here's Thompson. That's tipped. Looking to end the run. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Down low, Porter with the steal. Here's Dellavedova. Pass to Clarkson. Beyond the arc. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Here's Richardson. And so it's Philadelphia. Way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Korkmaz is out there with Scott. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Burke. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Cavaliers shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Outside, Porter. And O'Quinn sends it back.
Good reach by O'Quinn, getting to the shooter and reading when he was releasing it.
Here's Thibault. Off target from outside. Now here is Dellavedova. Burke covering. Inside. Here's Porter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Zizic kicks to Porter. From outside, off the mark.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Drops in the tray.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
The pass to Henson. Back to Dellavedova. It's deflected. Here's Thibault. Tries again. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Oh boy, O'Quinn throwing his body around on the interior and using his size.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Cleveland. Dellavedova, the pass to Henson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Here's Burke. The shot, no good. And Cleveland will come the other way. Knocks it loose and stolen by Burke. All sorts of time, and the jumper falls for him. Burke's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
That's his first.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
Unloads from 13. Henson's shot is off. The 76ers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And the shot goes in. And that's now 7 points for Trey Burke.
It is a luxury to have a big man who can dish the ball. That time O'Quinn showing good vision.
And Porter, here we go. Outside Knight, the tray, nailed from three-point land. Knight's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Lets it go from the wing. Again, Philadelphia.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
For Cleveland, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. The 76ers have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Yes, that goes in. Bibles got 6 here in this quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll. Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
The baseline J. And he overshot that one, missing. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Porter, the steal. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. Took him no time at all on that one. Burke's got 11 in the second half. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Porter, and he lays it straight in. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Well, he can score on the inside. He's just so big that there's plenty of room for him to carve out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics
okay,
of it.
I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
McKinney passes to Zizic. Goes back up. The putback, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Burke. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And Porter, here we go. Picked him clean. And now Philadelphia on the break. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. Here's McKinney. And they're running. Here's Neto. Finished off the break. Neto's got his first 2 points of the night.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Porter passes to Zizic. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Burke. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McKinney. Knight wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Now, here's O'Quinn. Lets it go. Here's Thibault. They get it back. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Well, the D was there, but O'Quinn good in the paint there and tough to shake.
The Cavaliers shooting it well here in the 4th quarter at 50%. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that kind of defense ain't going to get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
That gives him his 2nd 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Here's Neto. Fades back. And that one off the back of the rim and in. O'Quinn's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside Knight, back to Porter. To the inside, Zizic. He can't hit that time. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Bolden. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Basket by Jonah Bolden.
Brent, a lot of teams are paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap and overspending and outspending smaller markets?
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. That's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
Ennis, he's checked in for the 76ers. And Cleveland also making a change. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Porter. And he sinks the second.
Now the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Goes up on the wing. Again, Philadelphia.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the 76ers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Joel Embiid.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt.
A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also, because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And the second free throw, good. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And here's Neto outside. They grab their own miss, and Philadelphia calls time here. They lead by 49. 44 seconds left in the game.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise!
Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why all my life I've been grinding all my life, look, all my life, been grinding all my life. slice. Got to roll the dice, that's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit. Now, according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. I know that West Side. For rap, this, bust, all this rap money, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love, in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle, sing the brush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all these singing.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Joel Embiid.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. To the paint, here's Henson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Now this is where he should operate. Henson has developed his skills, but has limited range.
Drains the three-pointer.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Korkmaz. Cavaliers with the rebound. Knight for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Got to appreciate seeing Knight trying to improve his 3-point shooting. Needs to be sharp from the outside.
That one off the back iron and out. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.